and what technology do you see teachers using most often in the classroom?
I would say for most it is strictly computers. They use them for um, presentations of lecture material, and they YouTube videos and resources that they find online. They use through their projector. Some will use iPads. The art teacher and some of them will use the Elmos where they can actually demonstrate using that technology so the students can see what they're doing with their hands. That would be what I would say probably are the three most common would be the computer, the iPad, and then the Elmo projectors.
Okay. Is there any technology that you wish your school had?
I think if we had more iPads, we would use some of the iPad apps. Maybe more Apple TV, so we don't have to have so many things corded and running around. Certainly wouldn't mind having a one-to-one computer initiative. Not necessarily with iPads. I'm not really sold on those as a one-to-one device, but I think if in the next few years we can get Chromebooks, one per student, I think that would be really exciting.
What adaptive technology do you see used in the classroom?
I guess a couple things that I see would be the voice rather than the typing, where it records and types out your voice for students for whom reading, writing, and spelling is difficult, and so they can just speak their answers into the computer and have the computer write that out for them. And the other would be any of those programs that will allow you to listen to text rather than actually read it, again, for students who struggle with reading. Once they hear it, oftentimes they'll get it, but if they read it, they can't, they don't comprehend, or it's so slow that they're just discouraged by doing it that way. So those would be the two things I guess I see most often.
Does technology cause any problems?
Well, I think for the cell phone issue, for teachers who don't want them in the classroom, it becomes a management issue. I just think in general students have trouble focusing on just listening to things. I think they have been so inundated with visual things that just to hear a teacher lecture for more than 5 minutes, they just are unable to focus on something that doesn't have some animation or some sound or some things going on. And so I think teachers have to be much more creative in how they present things than they did, say, 100 years ago when I was in school.